People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Now, people, I've been warning persons about a new disturbing trend. Well, it is not really a new disturbing trend. However, of lately, it has been amped up. I am speaking about men in cars posing as taxi driver, and then them have them cumbler, usually a next man, usually a female that is a part of the team. They are taking away unsuspecting women, teenagers. They do not really prey on men, and for obvious reasons. Now, I am going to tell you about a very disturbing incident that took place that involved a family and their 19-year-old daughter. This 19-year-old lives in downtown Kingston. However, on Monday, she had an interview. She had an interview in Portmore. She went to the interview. When she came back, she took a taxi, headed towards downtown. However, she got missing. The mother was calling her. Usually they communicate several times a day. So when the mother did not see or hear from her, and calls to her phone went directly to voicemail, she became very suspicious. Shortly after, she went to the Central Popo station and she filed a missing person report. Now, usually, it takes 24 hours before you can report someone missing. However, because of the frequency of people being missing, losing their life, they've changed it. So therefore, if you have any sorts of suspicion or any sorts of unusual occurrence, you can report somebody that is missing, especially if that person has a habit of communicating with you several times per day. So she knew something was wrong. Now, based on the accounts of the 19-year-old daughter, she said that she was taken away. She stopped a cab. When she stopped this cab had the driver, it had a passenger, and it had a female, a woman in there. So she felt comfortable she was not alone. However, as soon as she entered the vehicle, the passenger commencing to start clot her up. Mike Tyson in the face, knock her out. She said that the only thing that she remember is when she woke up and she realized that she was in some sort of abandoned building. Don't know exactly where it was. However, she was there for 2 days. No sorts of food. And obviously she was physically, and also I am assuming she did not come out and say that she was SEXUALLYABUSED. However, she was advised to seek some sort of therapy as it pertains to that. So therefore, we can come to the logical conclusion. Now, this incident occurred. She was taken away on Monday for 2 days. No sort of food, no nothing, none at all, no phone call, no communication. Just the people taking advantage of her. She was let go on Wednesday. She was let go. Them fling her in some sort of gully in a Kingston, and then she walk and climb out of the gully, and then she found her way in her next taxi, surprisingly, and she got home. That was when her mother realized that she was okay. Now, people, based on the account of this lady, she was ABUSCD, whichever way. She was not fed for 2 days. Now, people, just imagine you at the age of 19 in some sort of dark, abandoned building with 2 evilous men, strangers, doing all sorts of stuff to you, violating you as a woman. And then there was a woman, a next woman, that should have cared. should have understood what a next lady is going through. However, don't know if this other lady was getting some sorts of kicks. Don't know if she was under the influence, or don't know if she herself was afraid. However, people, I don't think that that is the case, because in most cases, these men always have some sorts of woman with them. So that brings me to the question, what would possess a next woman to sit there and watch two men, abusing somebody else? You have to be under some sort of spell, evil spell or demonic spell, to actually accept or agree with something like this. Because it's either she have to have a mother, she have picnic, she have granny. So therefore, she should have known what this lady was going through. However, people, we've realized or come to the conclusion that a lot of these people in Jamaica, man and woman, them possessed by the devil. So therefore, they just go along with the ride. They don't have any sorts of heart. They don't have any sorts of conscience. Now, like me say, them all are Monday and them let her go on Wednesday. She did not say, it was not mentioned whether she had any sorts of credit card, debit card, and they held her for the 2 days while they cleared out her credit card or debit card. Me no know. However, in previous videos that I've done talking about this topic, I told you, listen, whenever you have any sorts of bank card, ATM card, make sure that you have an X account in which you can transfer most of your money. Do not leave your yard with a whole bunch of money in your purse, just what you need. Go directly to take care of your business, pay where you have to pay. Transfer the rest, the balance, the majority of your money to a next account, and then go use online banking and transfer the money, and then again, that itself isn't safe. However, based on this new trend, like I've told you before, when they hold you, they want that credit card, that debit card. If them hold you and you have $1 million, for example, and your daily limit is $100,000. So therefore 50 today, 50 earlier, 50 later, 100. You can best believe that they are either going to get that card, they are not going to let you go. So for example, you might be in their company for 10 days. You are going to be lucky if you're in the company of some evil man for 10 days and they are not thinking all sorts of SEXUAL, sorts of ABUSE. So me just say, the least money that you have on your card is a better chance that you stand of getting away or being released earlier. So people, take heed. Now what is even worse, when them hold you and them take your phone, if the phone have any sorts of crack or the phone old, them pretty much at this up I tell you say, what kind of little idiot pop down bang a phone this you have. You don't know say if you buy good phone. The audacity of these people, the lack of conscience, the lack of heart, the lack of human feelings that these people have. People, we have to wonder who bring these people upon the face of the earth. However, people, here is the problem. Worthless parents make worthless children. The same people that you see in a school that is a menace to society, that don't want to learn, in most cases, there are isolated incidents. But the same sort of idle people them we are seeing at the school that don't want to do anything, these are the same set of people that grow up, bullies in a school, troublemaker in a school, and then come out and do the same thing, become criminals, become thieves, become numb, become heartless, become cold, become callous. You name it, these are the same people that are doing the BS that we see being perpetuated in Jamaica. Now the sad thing about this whole situation is that, as bad as this sounds, this incident sounds, she was one of the luckier ones. She just missed DEATH by the skin of her teeth. Because based on the account of the 19-year-old, she said that the men were DEAD set that they were going to take her away, meaning send her to the afterlife, because people, you know that not only are they cold, they don't like witnesses. They are afraid of getting caught, afraid of going to the big yard because them know say their deed is despicable. So based on what this young lady said, the men were saying, listen, she got to go after we are finished. However, she was pleading with the lady. She was asking her, listen, me a 19, me have a little pitney. Remember, say, you have mother, you have daughter, you have family member too. How would you like for this to happen to you? And people, it seems as if the psychology, the psychs that she used, it work. It thug on this lady's heartstring, her conscience. So that is the only reason why she's alive today. Based on what the mother said, when she went to the Popo station to make the report, the Popo told her, listen, your daughter is popular on social media. Make a post and post it on social media, so therefore persons will know who she is and that she is missing. So people like me say, this lady was lucky to be alive, even though she was weak out, even though she was ABUSED, even though she was taken to the place of recovery, the hospital, under some sorts of traumatized state, physically, mentally, bad state. However, hopefully time will heal the wound. However, people like me say, a wise man or a wise woman learn from their mistakes. A wiser man or a wiser woman learn from the mistakes of others. This is a couple of videos that I've done about this topic. I am not just trying to repeat stuff. I am making sure that it's signed and sealed in your brain. Be very vigilant out there. Make sure that you are cautious with who you take as a taxi, because these people, man and woman, they are doing the most despicable things. They are taking away young ladies, women, and they are taking advantage of them physically and sexually. So therefore, take heed or else it could be you, point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called who can hear them I go feel. And sometimes they are going to feel till them can't feel no more. The body, it called toe tag section. Now a lot of people transported in Jamaica by taxi minibus. However, they realize that these drivers always blazing like some sort of mad bat out of hell. However, everybody sit down numb, everybody sit down DUMB as if them can't talk, as if they don't realize that, listen, these people are putting our lives at risk. Now people, I am speaking specifically about an incident, ACCIDENT, that occurred in Melrose Hill. Based on information, it is said that one of the vehicles took a one-way right at that intersection by Williamsfield Highway. You know that they've changed it from a two-way, and then you take the old road if you are headed to Kingston. However, I don't know how one of these vehicles, don't know which one, did not realize that he was taking the wrong way. He should have taken the detour, and people, it was a head-on collision. Two vehicle, two hatchback look like some sorts of pro box. 7-seater. Both of them are at least one of them taxi because it has that red plate. I don't know who was in the wrong. However, based on the impact, based on how the front of the vehicle, the engine sinking to at least the first row seat. Based on how people from the front flinging at the back, people from the back flinging at the front, fling outside all sorts of red. Based on how wigged over here, so wiper, windshield, everything, it was a tangled mess. You could tell that they were jetting, both of them, and people. We are speaking about two objects going at jet speed, going at different direction. So you can tell that, listen, the impact was hard. People, me not gonna even lie. I witnessed at least 6 people. 3 of whom was outside in a bad condition. One of them now move, none at all. Film RED pretty much leak out. Him now gonna stand no sorts of chance. The next one man looked like him okay. The next man was in very pretty bad condition. In the vehicle, 3 people. None of them now move. That is 3 that I saw. Couple others in the back seat. People, at least 4 people have a DEAD, possibly 7. I would not be surprised if there was more, because people like me say it was a tangled mess. Now people, when we see stuff like this, we know that speeding is a contributing factor. We know that lack of sense is also a major contributing factor. We know that impatience, we know say dunceness, we know say selfishness plays a major part. People may not understand what is wrong with these people with their speed. And people, like you've always seen those signs on the highway, speed KILLS. So therefore, for all of you people that I know that you're hardworking people and you want to get home, you want to get where you got to go as soon as possible. However, the only place that you're going fast is to HELL or to the afterlife. If you keep allowing these people to drive like that with you in their vehicle, because their main motive is to make as much money that they can make. However amount of risk that they want to take with your life, they have no problem with doing it, because their life is about taking chances and hoping, wishing on a star. So therefore people, them go and it is like throwing your life in at the wishing well. However, sometimes when you wish at the wishing well, it does not turn out too well. It is the worst case, point blank and period. And that is the case in this case. So anyways people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like this, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded persons like yourself. And people, word to the wise, whenever you are striving in life, there are always going to be a set of vipers that see your potential, see your greatness, realize that your ceiling is in the stratosphere. However, when they look at themselves because of insecurity and also hate, they realize that their ceiling is in the cellar, in the abyss of hell. So therefore, they are going to do whatever it takes to bring you down, because that is the only way that they can feel as if they are up, point blank and period.